Fairy Tales reading?
Helpful Tomek, a pilot with a big heart. In a small town nestled at the foot of picturesque mountains lived Tomek, an airplane pilot who dreamed of traveling the world. While he loved flying, his greatest joy came from helping others. His small airplane, named the Wing of Hope, it was always ready for action, no matter the circumstances. One day, while Tomek was preparing for a flight, a worried woman approached him at the airport. It was Anya, the mail carrier, who had learned that an avalanche had blocked the roads to a nearby mountain village. Anya had important packages for the residents, medicines, warm clothing, and small gifts for the children eagerly waiting for them. What will I do now? Anya fretted. The children are waiting, and without the medicine, some may not survive the frost. Without hesitation, Tomek offered his help. I can deliver the packages by plane, he said with a smile. I'll land on the clearing near the village, and the locals can take it from there. Within hours, everything was ready. Tomek loaded the packages onto his plane, and Anya handed him a map with the route marked. Flying in the mountains was challenging, but Tomek was an experienced pilot. When he reached the village, children waved at him with joy. Tomek dropped the packages onto a prepared clearing where volunteers were waiting. Thanks to his help, many children received warm clothes, and the medicine saved the lives of several elderly residents. Another time, while Tomek was at the airport, a boy named Kuber approached him. Kuber was very upset because his dog, Buick, had gone missing during a walk in the forest. The family had searched all night, but to no avail. Tomek decided to help. Here's what we'll do. I'll fly over the forest and try to spot him from the air, he suggested. When he took to the skies, he focused on looking for anything resembling a dog. After several minutes, he spotted a small, wandering dog on a clearing. Buick looked visibly tired but wagged his tail at the sight of the approaching plane. Tomek skillfully landed nearby and brought Buick on board. The dog was safe, and Kuber was overjoyed when Tomek returned with his beloved pet. I don't know how to thank you, Kuber said with tears in his eyes. Tomek just chuckled. Helping is its own reward. Tomek's most extraordinary adventure happened during a passenger flight. It was a beautiful day when he took off, but the weather quickly changed. As he flew over a vast lake, he noticed a small boat struggling against massive waves. On board were people desperately waving for help. Despite having passengers on board, Tomek decided to act. He radioed the nearest port for assistance and requested rescue services. In the meantime, he circled the boat several times to mark its location. Thanks to his swift actions, rescuers arrived in time, and the boat's passengers were saved. After landing, Tomek received heartfelt thanks from the rescued individuals. Mr. Tomek, you're a true hero, they said. But Tomek simply waved them off. Anyone in my place would have done the same. The most important thing is that it all ended well. Fourth story, medical transport. One morning, Tomek received an urgent call from a hospital in a nearby city. They needed specialized medical equipment transported to a small town where a pregnant woman required immediate surgery. The roads were impassable due to heavy snowfall. Tomek didn't hesitate. Within half an hour, he had the equipment loaded onto his plane. The flight was tough. Wind and snow made visibility poor, but Tomek knew the area like the back of his hand. Thanks to his determination, the equipment arrived on time, and the surgery was a success. The woman's family was incredibly grateful. Tomek, you saved the lives of our daughter and granddaughter. We will never forget this. I'm glad I could help, he replied modestly. One summer, a forest fire broke out in Tomek's region. Many animals were trapped in a nature reserve. Tomek volunteered for the rescue operation. Along with a group of veterinarians and foresters, he loaded cages, food, and water for the animals onto his plane. During several flights, he managed to evacuate injured deer, foxes, and birds. Seeing the rescued animals recover was his greatest reward. "Tomek, you're a hero not just for people but also for animals," one forester said. Tomek smiled and replied, "Every life matters." During the pandemic, when many universities conducted online classes, a group of students from a remote village lacked access to computers and the internet. Tomek learned about this from a professor and decided to take action. He organized a collection of laptops and internet modems, then personally delivered them by plane. The students were thrilled, and Tomek was invited to join a virtual class to share his story. "Thanks to you, we can continue our studies," they said with gratitude. Tomek simply smiled. "Education is the key to the future. I'm glad I could help." Tomek showed that true strength lies in the willingness to help others. Thanks to his courage and kind heart, many people found relief during difficult times. The moral of this story is simple. Helping others not only brings joy but also makes the world a better place.
Fairy tales reading? Subscribe to our channel to hear more.